1.
First edition. Is this not like a losers 4 match or something? Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. These guys went far. 3 wins each, I assume.
For their first time out, that's well done. One of them, sadly, is guaranteed to be knocked out here, but the other one is going to go on to be 4-1.
That's really good. Like the 80% win rate? Hell yeah. Sign me up.
Very good. I've seen Kostucha be amazing at platformers. Probably something to do with their N++ speedrunning career. So we had Unblade Senki and the other one that they did.
So Unblade Senki isn't
Monster...
a game that Kostucha lost. Monsters in My Pocket.
Monster in My Pocket. But they did play that other one for the most part, and I saw it, and they looked good.
Is it really called Monster in My Pocket?
Yes. You kept calling it Pocket Monster last time, and I was like, no, that's something else.
At least that's not an innuendo.
What? I've never heard... I've never heard that one before. That is not where my mind went. I was thinking of children's toys, like Polly Pocket. My mind's not in the gutter. Sheesh, how am I supposed to... Kostucha did great versus Jal. It was a shmup. Very different sort of game. Very high skill-based.
Yeah, did really good. Did better than Andy.
And it was a pretty convincing win versus Maxale in Assassin's Creed. EllipsisBreak did play a platformer in Metal Storm. Gravity switchy, shooty game for the NES.
Good game. Really good game.
Pretty whatever game, Mercury Meltdown, the sequel to Archer McLean's Mercury.
It's different, right? Like it's not like a game you've played before, so that's why I like it for Mystery Tournament.
Yeah, it does work well. Guide the goop, mix the colors, hit the switches. Do you think goop guiding should go into the Mystery Funhouse intro for the kinds of games that we play? A goop guider.
Bonkulous.
I was thinking I should add something about grappling, a grappling hook.
Have we seen a Oh yeah, we've seen Green Grappler?
Spring Dash. Spring Dash demo.
Oh, that was a grappling game too? But
yeah,
no, we've seen... Wasn't it called Green Grappler? Green Grappler? Apparently that's a jiu-jitsu gym somewhere in America.
Maybe they released a game. They sponsored it. Yeah, it's true. Someone 325 was a beast in Magical Cat Adventure.
Oh, Chain Champ, that's what it was called. We saw Chain Champ, the game where you can't move except for grappling.
Oh, yeah. So that's one. Normally we got a couple of grappling games in there. So yeah, EllipsisBreak's one loss comes to Maurice's predicted tournament winner, Someone 325.
Easily. Someone 325, despite this being their 4th time or something, still my favorite to win.
Not even you. You suspect they will be you.
Like if we ignore me, of course.
Oh, of course. Okay. That was a given. I understand now. They're both good, but guess what? So are the other two players in the other match.
Oh my god. Look at these stars. We could make a constellation out of this.
Yeah, most constellations don't have much more than 9 stars. Knighty's been around. He's got the OG. Was one of the first players to join the first mystery tournament and is one of only 2 players to have the distinction to have not missed one ever since.
Mm-hmm.
This is Mystery Tournament 18, and this is the 18th edition of Knighty's player card, maintaining a very good 64% win rate, 6 top 8 appearances. I mean, the favorite going into most matches, but against Fullalizards, really hard to say. Actually, I think I can comfortably say no. Not a favorite. Maybe has an edge, maybe. But with 14 mystery tournaments, well, 13 under his belt, 3 top 8 appearances, has been all the way to 2nd, and an extremely similar win rate over just about as long a career. two heavyweights, equally matched.
Yeah, this match is crazy.
Yeah, this could have been a winners 5 match or something. It is a winners 3 match. And how did they get here? Capsule Guy was just a shooter, sort of, where there's like switches that you need to be concerned about.
A puzzly shooter. It's an interesting, not a puzzle platformer, but a puzzle shooter. Interesting melt of genres there. And Panic Restaurant, which we saw at AGDQ suddenly. I was watching AGDQ just kind of on the side, and they're like, oh, this is Panic Restaurant. I'm like, oh, I know that game.
You know that one.
Very crazy game where you're a chef trying to basically get the kitchen under control. Everything's trying to kill you.
Subdue wild chickens and carrots, dishes. You put a pot on your head, you start spinning, and then obviously that makes you invincible. And then Knighty on the right beat Nest Kamikaze in Rompers, which is our favorite arcade one-screen
domino wall.
Not puzzle, just sort of action.
Like a little bit of... Like the puzzle is figuring out which path you should take through the level to be efficient and safe.
It's a pack-like.
Pack-like? Okay.
PAC.
Yeah.
Like the man. And then, yeah, defeated Polari and Cursed Gem, which was a platformer where you run and jump. And Polari is really good at those.
You run a jump? No way. I don't know which game is this. I was like curious what you were going to say, that you said you run a jump.
That's all I know about it. But I do know Polari's been to top 8 before, so...
Cursed Gem on Steam. Oh, it's like a Super Meat Boy Ogmo kind of thing. What's the Ogmo game? Jumper.
Jumper.
That's what it looks like.
That game.
Yeah. Really hard.
Is that the one that has the whole level, the whole like world is like stitched together with multiple screens, and you hit switches with the what were they, the boys, the roundabout boys? What were they at the bottom of the screen? Those buzzsaws going in a circle?
What?
The Trouble Boys? Internet Dirigible knows what I'm talking about.
I hope so. I don't.
Is it that one? Yes. Oh, I wish I could remember what we called them. Well, that means the joke is going to fall flat. In fact, it already has.
Right.
So we turn our back to that failure and look forwards.
This really good match.
We got 2 good matches. We got 2 newcomers who have been impressive in their first time out, and then 2 veterans who have already proven just how good they are. It couldn't get any more intense.
I just mention how cool it is, what the cards do. I know it's the thing I would say, but like it's like a magic trick. Here's race number 1, and then whoa, it's race number 2.
Whoa.
That's cool.
Sometimes when I'm making a Doom level, I have problems making more progress and designing the rest of the level because I'm just looking at the part that I've made before and being like, yeah.
Doom level creation is an interesting beast because you're so limited by that whole can't have things above each other. So if you're trying to make something that is supposed to represent something, like for example Doom 2 has all those downtown levels, downtown industrial zone, stuff like that, and it's supposed to look like houses. But it's really hard to do houses because they've got like floors to them. And angled roofs and stuff. So that's an interesting part.
They did their best. Most people agree those are some of the worst levels.
Yeah, I hate them. I think that's why I like Doom 1 way more, just because it doesn't have those levels.
But there are some Doom 2 levels that I like way more than anything in Doom 1 even. Like do Doom 1 is a lot of we have the phrase just like a corridor crawler. Like you just okay, here's a hallway and I'm gonna shoot down it and kill everyone with the chain gun.
There's a left turn and another hallway.
Yeah. There's a couple levels like that in Doom 1.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense that they were getting their bearings. Wolfenstein sucks. I hate Wolfenstein.
You gotta suck before you can
Well,
exceed.
yeah. And then Quake is really good too.
Yeah. I can tell you as someone who's made Doom levels that my first 9 levels, terrible. Absolutely terrible. It wasn't until the 10th one where I was like, this is okay.
It's like a strong, like, gain in positivity to okay.
Yeah, you just have to keep going.
Song's pretty good.
Digging the jams on the rainwave. Here's the thing. These double matches are fast, frenetic, tons going on. Pretty wild. It sort of compounds the setup time, right? We need to make sure all 4 players are good. They all got it running okay. Everyone's monitors are set to 60 FPS or whatever, right?
Yeah. This is more of an issue lately since we shifted into what I'm gonna call like Mystery Tournament 3.0. Right? There was the first one, which was kind of organized by one person and kind of like before everything else. Then we had like 10 mystery tournaments, all kind of focused more on retro games, I guess. And then ever since 12 or 13, it's like 3.0 where we got more freeware. We have upped the production a little bit. We're restreaming everything.
You've got the eras lined up. Internet Dirigible went digging. The Rotary Boys.
Rotary Boys.
That's who they were. That's not the game we're playing, so I can't even point them out to you or anything. That one's just for me. Just for me and ID. Everyone can enjoy it by proxy, simply by the name, and wonder. Wonder what character Knighty's display pic is from.
Ariete Lunaris said something. Kokoro jump scare. Maybe this is Kokoro.
Oh.
Or maybe it's the thing on the left. Kokoro anime.
There's gonna be a lot of... Kokoro just means heart, so...
I cannot find this one. But we knew this. We knew who this was at some point.
Yeah. Apparently it's a Toho.
Everything's a Toho.
There's a lot of them.
Toho.
Smash Brothers is coming back.
Pink hair. Okay, this could be...
Hata no Kokoro.
Sure, why not? Hata no Kokoro. Oh yeah, that's her. She got the mask and everything.
Sweet.
What's
Looks
the...
like this game got redrawn, which is a shame.
Never heard of it. I don't know the sequel for PC.
Boom, 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 boom. I like this display pic that's also full of lizards.
Oh, we do have an anime tag on Twitch.
Oh, like the channel?
Yeah.
We have it on. Well, as long as Knighty's display picture is on screen, we're okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dangerous. This is not anime. This is
Uh-oh.
This is the Ninja and Zelda. Zelda. Oh. It's Zelda. Zelda is not anime.
Our stream's gonna get reported.
And we got Super Smash Bros.
The haters
Wait,
are gonna try to take us
hold on.
down.
Zelda has an anime.
It has a animated
What?
series.
Oh yeah, I gotta say it's a cartoon. It's a cartoon made in Japan. Is it even made in Japan?
I don't know.
Me neither.
There is a Zelda manga. It's pretty good.
Never heard of it. It's made in the US. That's why the animation sucks. Like the CDI games.
He's just hating on stuff.
It's the CDI cutscenes, of course. I mean, like, you can ironically like them, but it's not like you say, oh man, this is like peak art over here.
I don't know. I just find it funny that it's like, what are we gonna do? We gotta fill time. How about we just dump on things? You know what else sucks?
What sucks?
I don't know. I didn't get that far in my Maurice impression.
Games that I'm bad at. Hate them. Alright, we have a game, finally.
I love the Melee soundtrack.
Oh, this is Kirby.
The first 5 words in this paste bin say, it's a musical Sokoban adventure.
Oh my god. You had me at the first 3 words, and then you lost me towards the end.
What could it mean? And will our brains be able to handle, after that 1 hour, 10-minute dice rolling game, any more blocks moving around on a grid?
It seems like there's a grid. You know, I always download the thumbnail and I upload it before I see the game, so I can kind of guess what the game is about, and this is like a very minimalistic puzzle game. That's what this thumbnail tells me.
Which seems like, I think, not what anyone but maybe Knighty wants to draw here. From what I remember from talking to people, and Lord knows my memory is bad, but I feel like we've talked to Fulla, Kostucha, and Ellipsis, and I remember pro platformer. That's what I seem to recall.
But platformer is a wide genre. We've got twitchy platformers, we got jump and shoot platformers, we got I wanna be the guy platformers.
Yeah, pro platformer was me sort of circumventing having to say anti-puzzle. That's the sort of thing a hater like Maurice would say. I
would never say that.
Don't want these dang puzzles.
I mean, I prefer not to have a puzzle game, but I'm okay with them.
Surprising. Some moderation coming from known hater Maurice.
No,
what if I just kept throwing you under this particular bus? Every time you crawl out from under the bus, I push you back. Knighty did once play Lolo 2J, the legendary Lolo game, Adventures of Lolo, for the NES/Famicom, I guess in this case, the Famicom, for 16 hours, because someone who speedruns the game was like, oh yeah, it'll take like 3, I think, probably. And Knighty never quits. Knighty has never forfeited a race on Speedruns Live, and they have over 500 recorded games. Not over individual races, I think games. Yes, exactly. This is the sort of energy I'm trying to channel here to communicate to you the might of the Knight.
Whoa. Like that.
What if I introduce you with the big intro?
I'm gonna kick you from the voice channel. I'm gonna mute you and do it alone.
It's Mystery Tournament 18 with this huge jerk, Maurice.
Woo! I mean, I would first say woo, but then I would mute you.
Yeah. You would celebrate as you removed me from the voice call, and then just pretended as if none of it even really happened.
I would kick you from the voice call and be like, oh, thank you, Myth. Yes, here we are. Like you're still there. Alright, we're getting set up. Don't worry, everyone. I know it's been a bit longer than usual. That's just the nature of doubles, especially when we have 2 Mystery Tournament veterans like Knighty and Fullalizards over here.
Yeah, that's true. Not easy to sneak a game past them. If it came out before like 2010, then yeah, they've played it before.
Dun, 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 dun. I like this.
Skullgirl's got that big band soundtrack. A bit of jazz to it, a little bit of swing.
I don't know much about Final Fantasy 12. I feel like ever since I started knowing about Final Fantasy, which is 7, this is the one I know the least about. I know
If
that
I said Gambit, would that mean anything to you?
no. I know that there's a Captain Bosch and he wants you not to believe Gondor's lies or something.
Yeah.
That's all I know about the game.
That got memeified at a GDQ.
It got memeified at Mega
Like elsewhere,
64
and
as well.
Yeah.
They have a whole video about it.
There's a section of the game where you need to pretend to be Captain Bosch, and so you go to like 5 different groups of people, and you hit the button, and you go, "I'm Captain Bosch." There's some canned voice line that gets really repetitive really fast. 12 is the one where you program your guys. You give them a set of orders, a set of gambits that say things like, "Oh, if you get below 40% health, cast a heal spell." And then like else use fire magic or whatever. You can set them up. And that's cool.
Right, look, I switched scene real quick because Knighty was still doing the tutorial, which happens before the menu. And it looks like this game is Sokoban Luminous? Do you know Luminous?
Yes. Well, I get it confused with Meteos. Luminous is the one with like the orange and the white. And
Yeah, the puzzle game for PSP. It's like one of the best regarded PSP games there is.
Yeah.
And it looks like that.
This logo that we have up here in the...
Yeah, that's what I meant. This simplistic puzzle game thumbnail.
This is the kind of thing I might want to telestrate, so I'm going to have to go fish up the 4-player layout, have that ready.
You got this.
But yeah, we can see some stuff being drawn here on the logo. We can speculate on what it means. Yeah, sometimes we have the players play a tutorial or something before the goal starts. Because sometimes the tutorial is like, it's reading text.
Oh. And if you go up or down the menu, you get more sounds.
Yeah. And like, we just don't want to test people's ability to read quickly and maintain information. Like that just, I don't know, that's just not really interesting. It's not something we want.
It's also bad if you just mash through the tutorial and then you miss something maybe.
Yeah, it's just weird. We just don't want that to be a thing that decides a race. You could argue that there's some sort of decision making involved in, or skill involved in reading quickly and knowing when to, you could say like, well, the better player won because they did this thing or whatever, but it's up to us to decide what sort of characteristics and traits and skills that we want to determine our outcome, determine our winner. And sometimes we think, you know what, we don't really want this to be one of those things. And so they've done the tutorial, they've learned a tiny bit about the game before we get started, which means they're going to be ahead of us when we kick this off.
1 player left. We're almost ready. There we are.
Oh. We're probably too late to do another prediction.
Yeah.
Delete and return points.
Delete it. Here we go.
Here we go. So, reminder, top race, EllipsisBreak versus Kostucha. They don't really care what's going on with the bottom race. Neither does the bottom race care about the top. Fullalizards versus Knighty. Oh, it's a music game.
But is
You
it?
can hear it.
ID said that this luminous thing going on, this line making noises, it doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't, but the answer is going to sound nice. So if you're able to figure out what will sound nice, that can lead you towards the solution. You have a musical clue, I think.
I mean, it sounds nice already. I guess when you move boxes, it's gonna sound different.
Yeah.
Right now we're just turning on switches, I guess.
I wonder if anyone is actually going to be like, that sounds off. That drum beat it's coming in too late. That means that block needs to be moved left or something, you know? This is me fishing for some kind of narrative in the race.
Yeah.
Maurice, how do you play the game?
I have no idea. I mean, you had the page been open. You tell me.
Okay, I will read what it has to say, but it's just going to say play the tutorial. It will teach you everything. You move, you can undo. I recommend sticking with the default theme. The other themes have less colors. Okay, beware of menuing. Default cursor position is the level you just cleared. For tiles with arrows on them, you must travel along the line yourself before a block can be pushed onto it.
Okay.
Don't worry about bonus objectives. They aren't needed for the goal.
Okay, so can Fullalizards push this block up and to the left through the arrow? Yeah, there we go. That's a solve.
Okay.
So it's just
Fullalizards
Sokoban.
has done level 3.
It's just Sokoban,
So
but
far.
fancy.
So which are the blocks? Like, is this 2 blocks? This is 2 blocks?
Light gray is the boxes.
Okay.
And we push the light gray boxes onto
The colored...
the colored
homes.
things, yeah. And then there's also these like turnstiles from Quirk, the Game Boy game.
Yeah.
You can turn them around if you want. Game's kind of tiny in this layout.
The thing that needs to... you have to walk this path before you can push boxes, it said. For tiles with arrows on them, you must travel along the line yourself before a block can be pushed.
Yeah, so you can see, for example, EllipsisBreak hasn't gone anywhere really yet. You gotta make these arrows colored by moving along them.
Oh,
like, top
colored
left.
is good. Okay.
Yeah, so top left are activated now, and like, I guess they're all activated now, but as long as they're gray, you cannot push a box onto the home point, I assume.
I think the sound would probably mostly be distracting me. Knighty is restarted, had most of it in position, but something about the finish was wrong.
Yeah, so I also gotta open the right layout. So this box needs to go up
Okay.
before you put this box here, and that's what Knighty did first.
Oh, okay. So we've got Kostucha leading in the top race, Fullalizards leading in the bottom race.
Boop. Boop.
There's some pretty obvious sorts of moves in this top left area.
Looked like you drew a gear shift knob.
Yeah, I kind of did. I think it's not too complicated with like the order of operations. I don't think Fullalizards is going to lock himself out of anything here.
Yeah, that's always
There we go.
recognizing when there is an order of operations is important in these kind of games.
Kostucha as well is on the same level as Fullalizards is, leading from the 4 players we have all together on screen. EllipsisBreak has not locked themselves out of that finish the way that you were talking about. And so I think this is going to be it.
If you look on the right here, there's like a UI basically. We've got how many arrows we have done, we've got how many boxes we have pushed on a thing, and we have a timer. Every measure, this thing counts down by 1. But I think it's just bonus points. I don't think we game over when it runs out.
Okay. I don't understand why EllipsisBreak isn't done. Now they're undoing a lot. There's like a block somewhere I don't understand.
Oh, maybe the turnstiles have to be on the X?
Oh, okay. I was wondering about the turnstiles, but I wasn't sure what was going on with them. I think you are absolutely right.
Okay, please never undo again.
Wow. Yeah, I would probably mute this game. I was hyping up like, oh, you could listen to the puzzle and decipher its secrets based off of the hidden rhythms.
Everything was fine until we
no.
undid. Like
I mean,
I like
think it
this
was
kind of
genuinely distracting.
I like this kind of synth, you know, like drum track, like drum timeline thing. But then once you undo, everything becomes awful.
Okay, so Knighty is going in a slightly different direction. So we have asynchronous progress to worry about in addition to 2 different races. So Kostucha's going across the bottom to the right. We'll see which way EllipsisBreak goes. Who's audio? We have Fullalizards audio. Maybe that will help me center myself a little bit. So what are we looking at? There's the...
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
We do have to worry about...
There's this traffic jam with this block. Be careful.
But it's fine, I think. Because we're never blocking off the left side, so we have plenty of room to move around.
Yeah, so this should be a clear.
Bum, 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 bum.
Knighty's got a whole thing. I gotta say, Maurice, this was a poor game to draw for a 4-way race. My goodness.
Very confusing.
EllipsisBreak is done. Okay, EllipsisBreak, like Kostucha, is going across the bottom row. So we have parity in the top race in terms of progress.
Yeah, the order of, like, the level order. Like, Knighty has done 1-4 already.
Yeah. And maybe spotted that, like, oh, I don't know, they're over here now. And Fullalizards is undoing most of the level.
Please don't.
They seem to like this, like, oh, you better walk along here first. You gotta do this.
I mean, you gotta walk across the arrows anyway.
Just to, like, get the boxes where they need to be?
Oh, actually, this is like a move goal. Every time you move, it goes down. But that's also just a bonus.
Oh, okay.
But then, what is this thing about? Is this also a goal, or is this... It's like how often you can push boxes or what?
I don't know.
Because
I know Fullalizards has to finish with this move to the left.
But that's fine.
They've just locked themselves out here.
Oh, that's not fun. Yeah, they've lost.
We got Kostucha finishing 1-6. No, 2-2. Is moving on to 3-2. EllipsisBreak very close to finishing. Just has this the same 3-block finish that we saw from Fullalizards. Knighty, in an effort to confuse us the most. So Knighty is going up until the end of the goal, right? We're only doing the first 4 rows, and then Knighty will go over 1 and then come up. I don't know what Fullalizards is gonna do here.
Oh, this is fine, isn't it? We just go back now. Why did we do that first? Can't we just walk back? We've seen that walking back the arrow doesn't matter. We've pushed the whole box down an arrow.
How do you get through these blocks to push that? Oh, you've got this. It's this one, I guess, that is the problem.
I feel like we could have just gone. This is bad.
Off by 1. EllipsisBreak is in this same level.
But who knows if they're as far?
They've assembled the top one, so that path is no longer available. They need to find some way to get these in position while being on this side of it.
Is it possible? Because then you can't be on that side of it when, like, it's really these and this. Well, these two, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do both of them while, like, last.
You would have to, like, push these ones, like, over here somewhere, then, like, these ones all the way over here, and then push one all the way across, get around on the other side of it, then push it all the way back, sort of thing. I don't know if you have enough space to make all that happen. Kostucha is in a big level. I don't want to just focus in on the same players.
Yeah, I know.
But every time I get to these more complex levels, it's like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And the music isn't matching either on those other screens. Yeah, the screen doesn't read very well at a glance.
I agree. It's so hard to, like, the turnstiles and the boxes look the same. Boxes that are on destinations are sometimes hard to tell that they're there.
Yep. Okay, so where Kostucha's got this box here that seems like its home has to be there, but
yeah, it has to be. But then you lock yourself in completely because of the turnstile in the bottom left. Oh, but that was the last move, so that's good.
It was the last one, so it's done.
Yeah.
No one is on the same level.
Yeah, and no one has done the same levels, and who knows who's it. Like, let's pay attention to, like, at least get an idea where each race stands.
EllipsisBreak, finishing a level.
Alright, so EllipsisBreak has finished 7 levels.
8 levels, I think.
No, it's on to the 8th level now.
They're playing 2-2.
Did it start at 1 or 0?
I thought they did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I thought it's 5 in a row.
And then finish 2.
Oh, you're right, it's 6 in a row. Yeah, then, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I thought it was 5 in a row. Knighty's doing them left to right.
Knighty's done 11. Is in the 12th.
Okay, hold on. 12. Oh no, doesn't really work.
We're gonna no longer be able to indicate anything.
Yeah, I know.
We basically give up on our play-by-play commentary if we decide to focus purely on like noting progress in the race.
We could make like little. Anyway, let's just keep an eye on Kostucha and Fullalizards so we can compare. Knighty on 12. EllipsisBreak
on this level
9.
for a while. Oh, but this is good. Look, everything is complete on the left side of the level here.
That seems good, yeah.
And now in the middle.
I'll just solve this part again.
That's good.
Yeah. So we're gonna get an update on the bottom race. But also it doesn't mean much because maybe some levels are harder. See, this is only 7. We know that Fullalizards is behind EllipsisBreak, but that doesn't mean much because they're not racing.
It is 5 whole levels, and I don't know. I feel like the ones higher up might be harder.
It's probably like diagonal, like the 1 hour lights out game.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, Kostucha has done 13 stages. Is going horizontally and has finished the first 2 rows and then the first one from row 3.
Enjoy the snare. Good snare.
Quick solve from the further to the left you are, the easier the level. Which means Knighty got all of the hardest levels remaining.
Beat on the bread saying it says bottom 4 rows, but bottom right player has completed the top left levels. I'm not sure if Knighty has done top left really. It unlocks the top left level, but I don't think Knighty has completed or attempted those levels.
I'm pretty sure Knighty stopped at 1-4 and 2-4, yeah.
So like the levels will become colored because they're unlocked, but not white. Once the text is white, that level is cleared, and I don't think Knighty has cleared them.
Knighty's doing this level we saw Fullalizards doing a long time ago, and just spotted there's a problem with the finish. Oh, just move this block here. Stash it there for now.
How?
Oh.
It
may be too late.
Do you think this block is the problem?
I wonder. I don't know if there's a way to save that.
Kostucha is moving, look at this. 15 levels done.
Yeah.
Kostucha is probably ahead of EllipsisBreak, right?
I think almost surely.
EllipsisBreak is on 13 or 14.
And has not made any... has been on this level for a while. And is just like caught in the whirly gigs up here. Every time I look over, that's where they are, spinning these things around.
They're doing it faster!
Oh, boy. So, these blocks are forming like a wall, right? You have to come down into this mess before you can push them back up. Also, this block needs to move here.
But also this means that this section of the level is kind of isolated. For now. This section.
Wait, how is this ever gonna work? How can you ever get this block here, which locks you off completely, or get these blocks here, which locks you off completely?
You could do those two from the top.
Oh, yeah, you can move through those arrows. That's fine.
You can put one block here and then the other here.
Yeah, okay. So this is about EllipsisBreak just trying to get across? They just... There we go, we're across.
Alright, now we solve this part down here. We do have to change this turnstile up here. Which may be a problem, it's a little weird. I don't think it's actually a problem. Could have just done it on the way.
How do blocks interact with turnstiles? Can you get them through?
No idea.
Oh, Fullalizards opens a path.
Oh, for Ellipsis. Ellipsis is on 10 now. Kostucha is far ahead.
A solve for Fullalizards. The same level, actually, very briefly as Knighty.
Kostucha is far ahead in top race, and I think Knighty is ahead in bottom.
Yeah, but it is closer on the bottom.
Yeah, and it's a little more unclear because they have done different levels.
Theoretically, Knighty has left all of the hardest levels for last. If the more right you go, the harder it gets, theory is true.
Well, but also up is probably also a little harder. That's what I mean with diagonal.
But it might just mean like new ideas or whatever.
Oh yeah,
this one
but
has certain styles.
But the top rightest level is probably harder than the bottom rightest level.
Probably. I'll give you a probably for sure.
Woo.
There's no doubt in a probably. The top has been solved for... Wait. Oh yeah, EllipsisBreak spots a problem there, that left thing. But Knighty's done with that level.
The level's done.
Yeah, 14 levels done.
Behind Kostucha, notably.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it matters for our race, but we hyped up bottom match so much.
here's EllipsisBreak. They just finished their 10th level.
Far behind.
Kostucha is on their 17th?
Yeah, 16, 17, something like that. And they're doing them in the same order. This is a true lead.
And another one done.
Look at this. 18 levels done. 19.
A gigantic lead.
Thank you everyone for watching the finals to the sequencer synthesizer World Cup champion.
I feel a little bit bad. I wish I could be more eloquent than just telling you who is where in the race.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, we figured out on Kostucha's level the trick in the bottom right and stuff like that.
When I look at like something like this part of the level, like I don't understand why this X is lit up because it's not on the it's on the exit where it needs to be, but this one is not.
You just drew like a no entry sign. You were
Yeah,
like,
well,
oh, this part
your
of the
thing
level
lagged. Your perfect software hiccuped and drew a line directly from here to there without following the capture across.
Of course.
Answer my question. This one is good, but this one is not, and it needs to rotate. That's what that means?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like this is the Sokoban button with a box on top.
Yeah.
Answer my question.
But then, like, so if you move here, the thing will spin?
What? No?
No?
Oh, you can only move the boxes. You have to move.
Okay.
I don't know.
Then why does it matter
not
that
here.
there's like a stick
You have to move here. They're just always. Oh, you're right.
T-shaped?
But wait, they're not.
They're not. So the stick does matter? Then what is the difference between a stick and a block? A block always has a home it needs to go to?
This makes a lot of sense, yes.
Okay. We've solved the mystery of what is going on with the visually with these spinners.
But then is this lost? How are you gonna fix that?
Oh, what is going on with that
You have
block?
to go like here, right? So in order to do that,
you can't rotate through it.
Yeah, you have to move the turnstile here. And you can't do that anymore.
It's not NES Tetris. It doesn't just warp from over here to over here. It needs to actually travel. That's right.
I think this is just lost. Bottom right. Even in this position, we can't go up here. Oh! Ah, but that doesn't work either.
The block is stuck in the corner. A box on the rim is grim.
But wait, can we move up there?
But this
that's weird.
Is
you
now
move 2
looking
steps.
good.
I thought it wouldn't let you do that because you only move 1, but you actually move 2 steps there.
Okay, a clear. Bottom 2 rows done. We have a very close race between Fullalizards and EllipsisBreak. The same 12 levels complete at exactly the same time.
Unfortunately, for both of them, it doesn't matter, and they're both behind their actual race counterpart.
Yeah. Yeah, unlike Kickle Cubicle, you can't have the spinners knock blocks around. Okay, Kostucha is got a lot of stuff solved at the bottom, right? So just the top here is all isolated.
Yeah, and there's like this very clear distinction here, in here at least. Maybe even here.
I don't think anything's gonna stop them here. Yeah. Well, a little bit too far. Okay. That's the solve. You got there just in time before the line.
You can push the turnstile on a non-block end. So you're right.
EllipsisBreak getting a clear. So they've solved 13. And I just missed Kostucha, but I think it's like something 20. Like 19 or yeah. It's really strange to me that they have this. You have to walk here along the arrow, and then it's like, why arrow? Why does the arrow have a start and a finish? And And also, has any of them ever actually been a problem, or have they?
Yeah,
only
it
been
doesn't seem
sort of
like it,
helping?
right? Because you can just go back where you came from.
Hmm.
You just have to kind of get there. But then why is there
Cannot
an arrow?
believe how quickly Kostucha solved that level. Look at this.
Fullalizards also solved their level.
Oh, a quick one from EllipsisBreak too. There are only just 2 levels left for Kostucha.
Damn, 22
It is an
done.
8-level lead.
The arrow is a held note. That makes a lot of sense. It's like
So they
it plays
they
into
had a
the
musical idea that they needed to represent in the mechanics.
theme. Yeah. I mean, it kind of works, I guess, right? Like, we weren't completely against it. Oh, it makes no sense or anything. Speaking of fast
And,
racers, Half Beastie
yeah.
done 26:37.
I'm telling you, they're killer at these.
Yeah,
puzzles.
apparently. Like, that's your champion. I want them to see. I want to see them fight someone 3 to 5 now. We're gonna root our champion.
Kostucha's got most of the top levels solved. Oh, that one goes in the corner. Okay. Yeah, they just really quickly are able to identify the problems and what the solution is to fix it.
It helps when you have more than one undo.
Certainly.
Nice solve by Kostucha.
Fullalizards. Just pausing, waiting. EllipsisBreak has all the blocks, it's just the spinners that need to happen now. The bottom left one is a priority. Don't bother fixing the middle one until you've
Because you gotta
gotten
go
in and
through
out.
there. Fullalizards done with 15. I think Knighty has
Okay.
more. I think Knighty is closer to 20.
That's the big question mark. We're pretty clear Kostucha's gonna win the top race. Okay, level clear for Knighty.
Oh, 16.
16.
Wait, that's really close then, right?
That's very close.
1916, Fullalizards 14. Or what did I say?
It was just on screen. We just said it out loud.
I said it. I literally said the words. Chat, help us out here. We need your help.
I hate it sometimes when we get these things and it's just my whole thing is this. This is what I do. This is my best thing.
It's my
that I
life. Oh, Kostucha is done.
GG. It was a commanding performance. 28:46 is the time. That was the elimination match. EllipsisBreak's tournament run has ended. Kostucha's continues. Our eyes turn now to the bottom race. We know it's close. It's uneven. The progress has been asynchronous.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That makes this even if we knew they're on the same level count, it doesn't mean they're on the same progress through the goal.
It's very unclear. Fullalizards has this thing needs to get swapped at some point. That's fine. These horizontal leave a clear path. Not a concern. Okay.
I like the hi-hat.
Knighty has this chain of problems. This one needs to back up here to come around, right? But that means this thing is in the way. So this one needs to move, but then it crashes into this one, so this one needs to move. And then now you don't have a way. You're blocked.
I remember this puzzle from... Maybe it was for the lizards actually, and the bottom was solved before the top.
Yeah, I think you're right. There are certainly a lot of similar levels, but... Since we have Fullalizards audio, you know he's getting closer to the solution when the music starts becoming more complete.
And that's kind of cute, right? I like the concept of the game.
Yeah, it's very unfair of us to criticize it for because we have to try to follow 4 different screens at once.
But it's easily solved.
Instead
This
of
one goes
just-
to the right. No, that one goes to the right. Oh. Okay, you can...
It's still fine.
Gotta fix these things. There we go. Fullalizards may come back here. What's that? 16 now.
Yes, 16 complete.
And
Same
90.
as 90.
Yeah, same. So it's really about, like, maybe there's a difference in difficulty in the puzzles they have left to do. But honestly, hard to tell, and it didn't seem like the levels get crazy hard or anything.
90 has undone this block up here and now has a path to use. Oh, just closed it. But maybe they've used that to do whatever they need to do. Or maybe not. Maybe everything is still all jammed up.
I think this seems pretty good, doesn't it?
This one here is a tricky little thing to...
I think we can fix it. Like if this
I
one,
guess-
this one goes to the right.
That'll... Oh, that one's gone too far.
did not-
Undo. Fullalizards has almost solved this level. Needs to get...
Oh, we're going
out.
around.
Is this the finish, or do you need some clever way to set this correct as you leave?
I think that's the
90
finish.
clears.
I don't think you can skip a turn in there.
Okay. So, with all these blocks here, Fullalizards is able to scoot past them all? Yes. So Knighty has done 17, and I think Fullalizards has also done 17 just now. Yep. And it's not until we get to basically the very last few levels are we going to truly find out who is ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, the music aspects are in Luminous. There's the whole thing with combos, which you do by timing it to the music. And that's kind of missing here. But I mean, it's a game design thing. It's not like you can suddenly introduce something that makes sense.
The music is just vibes here.
And I think they're good. I like the vibes.
Boom, boom, boo-doo-doo-ba-doom. Fullalizards has solved the bottom, and it doesn't seem to impact the top at all, so...
That's good. That's important in these kinds of games, right? Figuring out which parts are isolated. That's what we tried to do in All 1, and we kind of failed.
It's another level cleared for Knighty, so 18 done, 6 remaining. EllipsisBreak has already been defeated, but they are still playing here, and they're gonna finish in this middle section that we've seen. Fullalizards got a row of boxes.
Knighty needs to get to the other side of this gate. Oh, there we go.
I feel like you just want to get this out of the way. It can only be good to have that done now.
Yeah, that's also a Sokoban thing, right? Like, push a box into, like, a cubby. That can only be good. It's not like it's blocking anything.
Okay, this is going to be a solve for Fullalizards.
Just these 2 boxes up.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa,
Careful.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
There's an undo. It's okay. It's not a disaster.
One undo.
It's barely anything at all.
Right.
Knighty
18.
has found out the middle spinner is the final move of the puzzle, so is navigating around. Needs to be willing to undo a little bit of progress. Oh, you can go this way around. Never mind. So Knighty has a 1-stage lead.
Yeah, 19 versus 18. Done.
Fullalizards is in a weird spot. These are blocking down here. You can stash this block like up left and then escape this way, but then the turnstile's gonna get blocked and you're gonna get blocked.
I'm surprised you can't see anything. All I see is colors at this point.
Maurice, I need you on this. I can't do it alone.
We're blocked in, that's bad.
It seems bad to me.
Wait, is it not soft? What's missing? Oh, bottom
unless it was
left
the
is
final
missing.
move.
Bottom left is missing. That's free, isn't it? We just walk there.
Okay, that's gonna be a solid.
Okay, good.
Knighty still has... Is this a new level? Did Knighty beat a level when I wasn't looking?
I don't know, man.
5 levels left for Fullalizards, I'll tell you that.
Looks easy. Like, this is really, like, we've got these isolated parts in the feet of this guy. Those are really easy to solve.
Taken care of.
And then all these turnstiles are pretty isolated.
Looking good. Now we get to the meat of the puzzle. I kind of like this guy in here.
Yeah. Can we solve this right part from
Stash
the
a
left?
block here. You got the Sokoban hook around for later.
Well, we can definitely solve this puzzle from here, but... Oh, there we go.
Push out that way, it's fine. Yeah, there's lots of ways to do this.
That was a quick level.
It was. Knighty is still on the same level. 4 left for Fullalizards. I think it's 4 left for Knighty.
Was on 19 last I checked. On 20, sorry. So had 19 done. But maybe did one since then.
How is Knighty gonna ever reach this block?
Go around. Yeah, you have to, right?
You flip the gate and then you have to... So you have to undo the blockage here.
Yeah.
Is that...
Which you should
possible
probably
if
do...
this thing is in this position?
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. So that's probably the solution. And then you have this classic Sokoban 2x3.
Yeah.
To push the box up and back down.
Fullalizards is about to solve yet another puzzle.
We thought Knighty was ahead.
I think it's undeniable Fullalizards is ahead at this point. In terms of numbers of levels completed.
And like, these puzzles are shorter than some of the earlier ones. This race may be over before we know it.
EllipsisBreak has 8 or so levels left to go. Knighty is stuck.
Yeah, I think the move you said, like with the turnstile on the right rotated and then the red box up, I think that's necessary.
Yeah. Oh, I like those 3 reds for Fullalizards. Bum bum bum.
I like the vibe of the game, to be honest.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of our finishers who were racing along were unsatisfied with difficulty. Fullalizards, another level complete. 2 left. At least one of which is one Knighty hasn't done.
This looks like a level I've seen.
Oh. So this means we know Knighty has 5 levels left.
And the 2 levels
3 of which
Fullalizards...
Fulla has completed.
Yeah.
So Fullalizards has completely overlapped Knighty at this point. Is 3 stages ahead. Knighty has pretty much everything in position here. Just that last turnstile.
Yeah, but that's 3.
So it should be 4 levels left, the entire right column. And a restart from Fullalizards.
This is the one that took Fullalizards a good while.
Oh, that's true. But it seems to be based off of like a sort of leapfroggy sort of idea. Looks like Knighty's going to try to finish in the bottom right. I think it's going to run into problems.
Yeah, Fulla finish bottom left. We talked about these 2 boxes. Yeah, this one and like this set of boxes, which acts as 1 box if we're ignoring Sokubana level. And you can't have both of these. After solving the left one, you're gonna be on the left, and after solving the right one, you're gonna be on the right.
Yeah. And it looks like Knighty is fully appreciating this now. But Fullalizards, we saw Knighty got stuck on this level for a while. Fullalizards no different.
Hmm.
The key is something kind of like I said. I'm happy to point out. So much Fab saying. You can get everything to the left. You got all this space over here, right?
Uh-huh.
You can put some blocks here. And then you can come in and push this one in from the right. And then push this one in from the right, or whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
From the right, from the left is what I meant. To the right.
You're right.
One of the sound effects of when they bump into some part of the level, or maybe one of the musical sound effects, it sounds a lot like my roommate knocking on my door, and it keeps freaking me out. That's Fullalizards got this puzzle.
Yeah, that seems to be it. Oh, wait. Did we mess up? No.
It's gonna need to come up and solve all this junk, and then come down and finish here, I think. But I don't see a problem with that. Knighty still has the same problem here.
Yep, left and right.
Ellipsis on this level that Fullalizards is on too.
What? Hold on, just go! What? Could have just gone.
Is there a way to go without interrupting the spinners?
Yeah, like
There we go.
I had that before, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. The bottom spinners as well. Boop, boop.
That's so last level for Fullalizards now. 6-4.
Knighty does seem to have activity on the left side, which we know is at least one way to solve this puzzle. but they're not. They're just completing the left side. They're not stashing things there. Which of our two veterans is going to get the win? Lord knows they've seen a Sokoban game or two in their time in Mystery Tournament. Knighty is going to be finishing this puzzle.
Oh.
How many left?
2 left?
3?
3. Including the one Fullalizards is currently doing.
Yes. It's a tall ask. Tall order? Big ask? Pick your metaphor.
The big oh no.
It's not gonna be easy, especially because Fullalizards is...
Oh yeah, there's so much stuff
like
correct already.
1 block away or something. Is a spinner jammed? I don't see the prop. Oh, no, that was the wrong
don't
block.
pick that one. Put the other block. Oh,
An
undo.
easy fix.
Undo. Don't reset.
Yeah. This is gonna be it. What's missing? Anything missing?
Yes,
there is
missing
an
a block.
orange block. Where is the
Oh, but
block?
that's super
you-
easy. It's over up in the middle.
Yeah.
That's it.
Fullalizards has done it. $47.26, the official SRL time. You get to just hang out and listen to the song after you're done too. That's nice. Knighty just 2 stages behind.
Dun.
So now that the races are decided, we'll see if anyone wants to come talk. I know a lot of our racers have just been chatting in the regular chat, so they've maybe already kind of said what they want to say, which was mostly a lot of the same stuff going on in a lot of these puzzles. You shuffle the sliders, you Sokoban the boxes.
Yeah.
But we've got at least 2 who will want to come talk here. All right. So I've grabbed them. Hello, Kostucha.
Hello.
And hello, Fullalizards.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my god, that was the most stressed I've ever been playing a Sokoban game.
How many of these sorts of, we have this term Sokoban, but there's a lot of block pushing in a lot of games. Is it familiar territory for both of you?
I mean, I played quite a few like this. Like I was even watching there's that dice game you guys had on before us, and I was kind of getting me thinking, oh, I'm gonna get a Sokoban game, I'm sure. And sure enough.
And Kostucha, you were moving so cleanly through these levels. It really seemed like you had, either you were just a natural or you've definitely pushed some boxes before.
Yeah. I've been playing the Hempuli games that he is uploading recently.
Oh, yes. The
Yeah.
perfect warm-up.
Yeah, that was like perfect. And I played the new one today, so
Excellent.
right on time.
So we were having a heck of a time on commentary trying to follow all 4. It didn't help that the 4 of you were not all doing the levels in the same order. But just visually and even audibly, the game has just got a lot going on. Like it's kind of unclear what's a block and what isn't, and what needs to go where. Did you feel like you were able to look at a thing and understand it, or did you have to kind of study it just to tell what is what?
I would just put blocks in the nearby spot, and the puzzles would just solve it by themselves. I don't know. I didn't have to think at all, really.
I mean, I there's a little at the beginning. It was just a lot of visual information going on, but I feel like I got sort of the hang of it. Like after just a couple levels, it was just you see what the blocks are, where the arrows you have to go to. It was pretty straightforward once you got used to just the presentation of it all.
Mm-hmm. We got the finish, by the way, from Ellipsis. 49-12 was their time. Actually finishing ahead of Knighty. So hats off to them. I can't even really ask you, like, oh, like, how about that one level? Am I right? Like, they were all kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, like they said, a lot of it was set up just like, you had the blocks that were just one tile away from where they needed to be pushed. So there was just sort of like this natural like flow to every level, and so a lot of it kind of ran together. But there was still just a couple spots where there was just that one spot where I had to figure out how to get to like last or whatever. And I couldn't tell you which levels those were, but I remember there were just a couple of spots like that.
Yeah, like all the puzzles were like the same. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was no interesting logic in any of the puzzles, so I don't know.
Not a real brain teaser. I can imagine that the blocks next to their destination, like completely unchallenging puzzle-wise, are there for musical reasons, right? They wanted something that sounded good and that required a block right here, so they just sprinkled that one in there.
Yeah, it felt spammy for sure.
Yeah, it sort of might serve as like a misdirect or a distraction or something, but it seems both of you were not led astray. You were pretty focused on what needed to be done. So you both did well, I think. But is this the sort of game that you hope to draw here in Mystery Tournament, or are you looking for something that does something a little more interesting with logic or whatever?
I mean, I generally don't mind getting puzzly stuff too much. I was kind of hoping there's going to be a little more to this one. Like, it really was just kind of straightforward Sokoban, but with, like, the music gimmick, which I don't know that really added a lot to the gameplay. But normally I do okay at these type of games, but I generally do prefer, the more action-y ones, I suppose.
How about you,
Yeah, I
Kostucha?
preferred a puzzle game, but I was feeling a bit tired today, so I was scared of getting a puzzle game. But it worked out by the end, so I'm happy.
It sure did. It's your first time out, but you've gotten really far now. You're made it to the 5th round.
Yeah.
Down in the losers bracket. You are. I think that means you're 4-1 in the tournament, right? So that's like an 80% win rate that you've got.
Well, I mean, assuming a second loss is like 4-2, I guess.
Yeah, when it comes. I mean, well,
Yeah.
It might be 4-2. It might be 5-2. It might be 6-2,
Yeah.
right? But it seems like you're aware that it's unlikely you're going to win the whole thing and end up with just the one loss.
Yeah, I'm happy to win 1. The fact that I won 4 so far, I'm very happy.
Yeah, well, I've been watching most of the matches here, and I gotta say, you look really good in your matches, so I don't see any reason why you couldn't get some more wins, as Knighty gets a win here on the final level. 54 minutes, 39 seconds. I know Knighty doesn't have a voice. They've been here in the community for like 15 years, and I've never heard their voice, so I don't think they will come talk to us, but maybe EllipsisBreak, I'm not sure. I'm stalling. This is a good point to normally end the interview, but I'm not sure. And I do know that there is a race coming up in 38 minutes or something like that. So we have no more vodcasts to cast. It's a problem that needs to be solved.
Yeah, I've got no solution. I asked if there's a reject and rejectors. Doesn't seem like it.
Well, for now, I'll go ahead and wrap up the interview. Thank you so much to both of you for coming out to talk to us. Congratulations, and best of luck in your next match.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We look forwards to a match on the horizon It's a small dot in the distance.